Welcome back to Horror Movies.
Today, I will be showing you a horror/thriller from 2015 titled The Invitation. Spoilers ahead. Watch out and take care. Will and Kira are driving to Will's ex-wife Eden's house to attend a dinner party. Eden is hosting the dinner party with her new husband David. The couple was surprised to receive the invitation card. The last time Will met Eden and David was 2 years ago in a supermarket. None of them had heard from the couple for 2 when they suddenly got the invitation. As the couple is talking, a coyote crashes into their car. They see that the animal is severely wounded but still alive. Will brings out a tire iron and kills it. The couple reaches the house. Will used to live there with Eden before their son Ty's death. His death was the reason they had separated. While going in, Will imagines Ty playing with his toys. When they are inside, most of the guests have already arrived. They are seated in the living area. All the guests are Will's friends. There is Ben, whose wife couldn't come, Tommy and his boyfriend Miguel, Claire, and Gina. Gina's boyfriend Troy is running late. The group greets Will and Kira. Eden appears from upstairs. She hugs Will and welcomes him to the house. Then David arrives and welcomes everyone. He offers them wine. Gina is stunned to know that it costs $8 million per bottle. David proposes a toast to officially welcome everyone. Will notices a half-naked woman down the hallway. She is staring at him. After the toast, she comes to the living room. David introduces her to everyone. Her name is Shady. The couple met her in Mexico and she has been with them ever since. Will then goes to look around the house and Kira tells the group about the coyote incident earlier. Will is in the kitchen when Eden comes there too. She asks him to help her get the drinks as she talks about her life back in Mexico. She tells him that she is free and the happiest she has ever been. Ben arrives at the kitchen too. Eden says that she has overcome her emotions and wants the same for Will. But Ben makes fun of the topic. This angers Eden, so she slaps him. Ben and Will are surprised at what just happened. Eden leaves, and Will and Ben discuss her weird behavior. When they come out, Eden immediately apologizes to Ben and he accepts it. David receives a man named Pruitt on the door. Sadie jumps on Pruitt and is happy to see him. He is someone the couple met in Mexico as well. Gina tries calling Troy because he is still not there, but the house has no reception. David then locks the main entrance. Will gets suspicious and asks him for the reason. David and Eden are scared because of rising cases of home invasion. But they keep the keys in the lock upon Will's request. Eden asks Will to bring out some firewood since he knows where they keep it. Outside, Will looks at the backyard and reminisces about Ty's death. He had died while playing with a baseball bat in the backyard. Will then sees Eden in her room hiding something in her drawer. Curiosity gets the best of him, so Will goes into the room to look at what it is. He finds an unlabeled bottle of medicine. He quickly grabs one pill and comes out. Meanwhile, Sadie tells the group that Eden, David, Pruitt and she are a part of a spiritual group in Mexico. Gina jokes about it being a cult. As the guests ask more questions, David brings out his laptop to show them a video of their ritual. In the video, there is a woman lying on the bed surrounded by other people. She tells that she is going to see her husband and her father and that she feels loved. The others in the room claim that they can feel her spirit. Eventually, the woman dies. David looks around for the group's reaction and sees them surprised and disturbed. Will tells him that the video is not appropriate for dinner parties. David tries to explain the main motive of the video. Pruitt further adds that the video isn't about her death but about her communion. David again tells them that the program helped him recover from his drug addiction and grief. Eden adds that her grief from Ty's death was taken away too. Hearing this, Will gets angered. He accuses Eden for removing Ty's memory and not caring about his death. Migas tries to calm Will down. The two of them are in a separate room when Will shows him the pill he had stolen earlier. Migas tells him that it might be phenobarbital, which is a common tablet. They then go outside to the rest of the group. David apologizes to everyone about the video and suggests everyone play a game to lighten the mood. It's a game they used to play in Mexico called I Want. In the game, they have to take turns and tell everyone what they want at that moment. The point is to be honest. Sadie wants to go first. She says that she wants to tell everyone that she loves them even though they only met an hour ago. She then proceeds to make out with Gina while everyone cheers. Gina is stunned but goes next. She remembers David talking about being addicted to drugs and jokingly says she wants his stash of drugs. Without any question, David hands it to her. Next is Pruitt. He wants to tell them about his wife. He reveals that he had accidentally killed his wife during an argument. He has also served some time in prison for it. Everyone is shocked. They do not feel comfortable playing the game further, but Eden insists on going next. She tells them that she wants to kiss Ben. Ben accepts and pecks her, but Eden holds his face and makes out with him. Ben jokingly tells everyone to hide this from his wife. Claire is very uncomfortable. She tells everyone she wants to leave. David tries to convince her to stay, but Will gets very defensive and tells him to back off. The hosts go outside to see her off. Pruitt joins them to move his car, which was blocking hers. Will watches them through the window when suddenly David comes in front of him. He wants to talk to Will privately. David voices his concerns about Will's behavior. He has been acting suspicious of their hospitality. Will apologizes and tells him that he wasn't prepared to be in the house yet. The group then goes upstairs for dinner. At the dinner table, Will gets hypersensitive to his surroundings. It is as if he is reliving all his memories with Ty again. After dinner, Will goes to the restroom. He sees Sadie through the mirror, making weird faces at it. She notices him. He quickly goes to the pool to cool his mind, where Shady joins him. She talks to him for a while before suddenly asking him to have sex with her. Will refuses, but Sadie keeps on trying to persuade him before finally going in again. Will is at the balcony now, where he is joined by Tommy. Will tells him that something is awfully wrong with this situation. Tommy dismisses his concerns, telling him that they are bound to feel that way as they haven't talked for 2 years. He dismisses his concerts, hugs him and goes inside. Just then Will receives a voice message from Choi. Choi tells him that he is in front of Eden's house, but has forgotten to bring the desert. He asks Will to get one on his way. Will is now sure that something is wrong. He realizes that Choi was here earlier, but Eden and David must have done something to him. He goes back to the dining table when the lights go out. David and Eden arrive with a cake for Miguel since his birthday is in a week. He blows the candles out and the lights come back. Then Will loses his control. He begins to repeatedly ask Eden and David about Choi. He tells them about the voice memo and how he was here earlier than everyone else. David and Eden claim that Choi was never at the house. Will bangs on the table and calls their group a cult. He insults Pruitt and Shady. Kira tries to get him to leave, but Will refuses to leave until they tell the truth. Just then someone rings the doorbell. David goes to check and receives Choi from the front door. Choi was right in front of the house earlier, but his work called him so he had to leave. Will finally calms down and is embarrassed. He cries and apologizes to everyone, then goes to the restroom to calm down. As he washes his face, it reminds him of Ty again. He goes back to the balcony and sits alone. Kira joins him and talks to him about Ty. Will has not been able to get over his son's death. He tells Kira that she cannot help him in this case. He goes back and asks Eden if he can see Ty's room again. Ty's toys scattered all around his room. Will hallucinates Ty sleeping in his bed and lays down next to him. He sees David out in the backyard through the window. He lights a red lantern. Will goes spying around the house again and this time finds David's laptop. He plays a video where a person is talking about how that night their faith will come to life. He does not get what the man is trying to convey, but now knows for sure that they are not safe in the house. He goes back to the dining table where everyone is preparing for the last glass of wine. David proposes a toast again. Gina quickly takes a sip of her drink, but before anyone else can, Will throws his glass, scattering it, and stops everyone from drinking. Sadie attacks him, saying that he ruined everything. Will pushes her off him when she bangs her head on a piece of furniture and goes unconscious. The group runs to help Sadie while Will is still in shock. While they are at it, Gina passes out at the dining table and dies. The wine was drugged. Ben tries to call 911, but the house has no signal. On top of that, all of the doors are locked too. Suddenly, David comes out with a gun and shoots Miguel. The rest of the group is shocked. They run downstairs in fear. Pruitt takes the gun from David. Tommy attacks David, but before he can hurt him, Sadie attacks him with a knife. Ben, Kira, and Will run downstairs. While looking for open doors, Ben separates from Will and Kira. Sadie attacks the couple and bites Will's neck like a maniac. He pushes her aside and locks himself and Kira in a room. The couple see Pruitt and David kill Ben in the backyard through the window. They have no way to get out of the house. Will remembers a door upstairs through which they can sneak out. They slowly go up and hear David and Eden talking. Eden cries and tells David that this wasn't supposed to happen. Eden, David, Sadie, and Pruitt are part of a cult that organized a mass human sacrifice. The last glass of wine was poisoned to kill everyone. Will and Kira go to the room to see that the door is gone. It must have been removed when the house was renovated. Then Pruitt attacks the couple. He chokes Will and almost kills him, but before he can, Kira hits him on the head with a wine bottle. As he falls, she hits him several times, eventually killing him. They rush out again to see Eden pointing a gun at them. She fires at Will, hitting him in his shoulder. She soon regrets doing that and apologizes to an injured Will. She then shoots herself in the stomach. David calls Eden from downstairs. He climbs the stairs with a knife intending to kill everyone when Tommy attacks him. They fall down the stairs. Tommy overpowers David and stabs him several times to eventually kill him. Finally, Eden asks Will to carry her to the backyard. Will and Kira bring an injured Eden outside and say their last goodbye to her. The house is then surrounded by police helicopters. The movie ends as Will notices several red lanterns like the ones David had lit in every house down the hill. Make sure to subscribe and turn on notifications so you can watch more videos like this. Thanks for watching.